Salutation, darlings. Azor Wing here, bringing you some more Genshin Impact. Last time, we were essentially on vacation in... we were basically on vacation at the Easy Breezy Holiday Resort. Certainly had a few quirks and...
Who loves Spina di Rosula's logo? It was designed by my mother. Have you noticed how it's shaped like a heart?
Anywho, what the hell was I just saying? God damn it. Anywho, I was saying something. If it was important, surely I'd remember it. Either way, we're here now. Okay. Anywho, we're here now. Tracing vanishing trails. Covert investigation. Dirty money, misdeeds. Summer is here, and following a suggestion from Paimon, you head to Yilong Wharf to sample some refreshing green tea. On your way, you unexpectedly run into Yelan, who appears to be right in the middle of something. And yes, here in Yilong Wharf, you run into Yelan. Anywho, it's not a story quest or an Archon quest, so I just use whatever teams. I'm like, where's the music? There it is. I don't know why, but I can focus like 70% better when there's music playing. If there's no music, my mind will try to feel the silence. Unfortunately, it doesn't try to fill the silence with any relevant information. Hey, look who it is! Lawn.
Wait, the person drinking tea over there. Isn't that Yelan? Oh, looks like she's having some kind of tea party with friends. We're just in time.
Careful, Paimon, you're getting a bit squeaky. Something's not right. Your eyes on this place, not the friendly kind either.
Aren't we gonna go say hi?
Well, Officer Edler, after all that work, I think we've got them this time. Might take a few days to wrap up things in the field. In the meantime, I think you've earned yourself a break.
Much appreciated, Miss Yelan. This case really took it out of me. 13 strongholds. One thieving weasel after another. We rounded up so many people, you almost start to hope a few were innocent, just to balance it out. I'm just glad we finally took down these crooks. Anyway, I'm gonna drop in on that old classmate of mine in Chaoying Village and reminisce about old times.
Don't forget to take some tea and dim sum back to your friends at the Maison Gardiennage.
So they're the unfriendly eyes.
Oh, looks like Yelan's friend left. Paimon kinda wanted to meet her.
Bad feeling about those two onlookers. Yelan must have noticed them, right?
Ah, another pleasant surprise. Traveler, Paimon, take a seat. Excuse me, a pot of your finest Yunlai white tea if you would, and 2 more place settings. Now, judging by that expression, I assume you came over to ask about the 2 spies that were just watching us.
Ah! Spies? What spies? There were spies around here just now?
2 of them were definitely up to no good. They dropped on your conversation with your Fontaine friend.
Oh, more than that, I'm sure. I bet they already sent someone to tail Officer Edler. Anything to foil our operation.
Ooh, so you're tracking down some criminals? They've got some nerve spying on you like that. Pretty bold if you ask Paimon.
Well, those tend to be the kinds of cases that cross my desk. If I could leave it to someone else, I would. I could have been on vacation right now.
Aww. You have to handle it yourself. It must be pretty serious.
Mora laundering, to the tune of 10 figures and counting.
10 figures. So 3 is 100, 6 is 1,000. 100,000. 9 is million. 10 is billion. Good. 100,000. 1,000 million billion. God damn. To the tune of 1 billion more and counting.
Laundry? What does that have to do with Mora? And who are these figures? There are 10 of them?
At the very least, Pi is a good person, objectively.
In layman's terms, a certain merchant in Fontaine possesses a large amount of Mora obtained through illicit means. But it's easy to get caught when you're moving that kind of cash. So you cover your tracks, create a front to avoid detection, and what do you know? Your illegal Mora now looks completely legit. And this merchant's front of choice? Fine art and antique auctioneering. He buys goods from all over Covert, brings them back to Fontaine, and rebrands them as pieces of fine art, driving up their price in the process. Then, when the items go to auction, he buys them up at their inflated price with his own illicit funds. And through this exchange, the proceeds he receives in return are clean. This process allows him to legitimize his illicit wealth. He even launders Mora for other criminals as well, a business which earned him the title the Dark Financier.
Considering your involvement, I'm guessing some of his collectibles are from Liyue?
That's to be expected, I suppose. In Chenyu Vale, you can get your hands on exquisite antiques without breaking the bank. Tea sets, porcelain, jade, statues, all easily marketed as pieces of fine art. Liyue goods being used in illicit underground schemes poses a real threat to our trade standing in the long run. So, instead of getting to enjoy my long-awaited vacation in Fontaine, it's back to work for me.
Okay, Paimon thinks she gets it now. It's like moving Mora from one hand to the other. In other words, just disguising where it originally came from. But if you know what this merchant is up to, shouldn't it be pretty easy to catch him? You go to the auction, wait for him to appear, then nab him right as he goes to purchase his expensive piece of Liyue art.
Not a bad plan, Paimon. But there are too many loose ends. If you were the mastermind behind this whole scheme, would you really expose yourself as the face of the operation?
Oh, yeah. You wouldn't want to be seen doing the dirty work. You'd send someone else instead. Like, if Paimon was the bad guy, she'd send the Traveler. No, wait. Even if Paimon turned bad, the Traveler would never. Paimon would need, like, a group of minions or something. Oh. Oh! Paimon gets it now. Even if you track down the goods, if this dark financier guy isn't the one doing the buying at the auction, you won't catch him.
It's not just a matter of who's at the auction. You also have to source the goods, transport them back to Fontaine, get them to the auction house, none of which are tasks he performs himself. He has a whole crew to hide behind.
So they're not looking to just take down the guy. They're looking to take down his whole operation.
Tracking down the goods is already complicated enough. They change hands so many times, the trail is almost impossible to follow. So the most logical course of action is to play the long game. You start small. You find someone you can follow behind all the smoke screens, who'll lead you straight back to the Dark Financier himself.
Which means you wanted them to overhear a conversation to make them think you've let your guard down.
Well, wait. So you were just pretending? And to think, Paimon thought all that stuff about wrapping up the case and taking a break was actually true.
Right you are, Traveler. Working with the Millilith and Officer Edler, we managed to launch attacks on all of the Dark Financier's strongholds, which allowed us to nab most of his crew. Those spies just now were his most important agents, the two people he trusts to have direct contact with him. The first is Corday, a senior member of the Fontaine Antique Association, in charge of auctioning off the goods. And the other is Dodamani, a ship owner from Sumeru and longtime cargo transporter. They're under pressure to salvage the situation, so we let them slip through the cracks on purpose. The goal is to make them think that, by some stroke of luck, they're in the clear and have room to act. They think keeping tabs on Officer Edler will allow them to operate under her radar and get whatever remains of their goods out of Liyue. But little do they know, while their attention's fixed on her, I'll be secretly gathering the intel that's gonna bring them crashing down. So, interested in coming along for the ride?
Honestly, I would love to. Oh. Not the one I meant to press.
I'm curious how you take to this line of work. Could be some potential there.
Taking down a criminal syndicate? I'm in.
Yeah, we kind of stumbled into this whole thing, but now we're a part of it too. Let's do it! For Yelan, for the people of Chenyavale, and for, the Liyue business world.
Ah, yes. Everything is good right up until you think about business.
I admire your selflessness, Traveler and Paimon. Let me be the one to look out for your self-interests then. Namely, your payment. How about we do this the Fontainian way? You'll get exactly what a top agent receives for a dangerous field mission. Getting started is always the hardest part, but luckily, I have a lead. The Dark Financier's crew is even more on guard than usual, so our best bet is to do some counter-surveillance to get on the right track. And I think I know just the place to start. Let's head northeast and see if I'm right.
Okay. Very interesting. Start this. So this is our 6-step program. Okay, hello? Sir with pants. I can imagine what was. You know, I was gonna say these little things because there's something that appears. Oh, that's how I'm supposed to get around. On you. Oh, for Christ's sake. Well, if you haven't gotten this chest.
Don't smile too much, or your face will get tired.
At least now you know about it. Actually, I'll just teleport to this side of the mountain. Anywho, nothing wrong with wandering off the beaten path. Pretty.
All right, let's start our investigation here.
You follow Yelan through an uninhabited region in the northeast of Shinyu Vale. With Yelan's help, you find a covert location from which to scout the beach. But you don't see any members of the Dark Financer's crew, nor anything else suspicious about the area.
So, we can all agree this is just a normal stretch of wilderness, right? Paimon doesn't see any bad guys to nab around here.
Have some patience, Paimon. It's not time for nabbing bad guys. At least, not yet.
Well, it didn't take long for you to understand our role here, Traveler. Thinking like a top agent already. Impressive. Like I said, we need to start small. If we want to track down the man himself, our best bet is to start with his goods. So right now, finding his stock is our #1 priority. And to do that, locating his hidden stronghold is imperative.
Ordle.
Which brings us to why we're here. Pretty good vantage point from up here, don't you think?
I suppose.
Guess so. Paimon can see the port of Elang Wharf, the boats in the distance, and some kind of tower. What's that for?
It's a lighthouse. The Millilith use it to monitor the situation at sea. In addition, the flashing of the light can also serve as a means of communication.
I think I understand what makes this place so important.
Oh? Let's hear it.
And the Millith helps with their operations. It's a perfect spot.
Not too far off at all, Traveler. The Millilith maintain an impeccable level of security in Shenyu Vale through consistent patrolling. This location offers a perfect vantage point to observe their lighthouse signals and deduce their patterns of behavior, which is a huge help if you need to move goods under the radar. So we should be able to find traces of the Dark Financier's scouts in this area.
Oh, okay. Paimon doesn't quite follow, but she'll take your word for it.
It's simple. Just take this forensic imaging device and investigate the surrounding area. As long as we're meticulous, I'm positive we'll find something.
Yelan's personal camera, a special photography device used in investigations when it moves and zoom in and out while taking photos, and I guess it seems.
Well, all set?
Ready to investigate.
Remember, an eye for detail is key. Clues are often hidden in plain sight.
The area taken by the monolith using their light. Compare the photo with the current state of the area. Boat. Buried boat. Nothing. Boat. Is it? Oh, the boat's backwards.
Some good finds. Whatever door this key opens could be critical to the investigation. And this carrier pigeon tube contains several coded messages.
Interesting.
Huh. So there really is evidence around here. It's like these guys aren't even afraid of getting caught. What if the Millilith noticed them spying and decided to investigate?
These objects suggest the Dark Financier scouts were likely disguised as fishermen. People like that are trained not to crack under pressure. All they'd need to do is come up with a believable excuse, like needing a place to rest. The Millilith can't investigate or apprehend a civilian without probable cause.
Ugh. Paimon can just see their smug faces getting away with something like that.
Good news is we managed to find evidence here. The clues should help move the investigation forward.
Not to mention, the traces on these objects are fresh, which means the scout here is still active and wasn't among those caught by Officer Edler. So we need to stay vigilant. We can't let them know we're still on their tail.
Alright. Takes out an elaborate set of tools and creates exact replicas of the key and coded messages found at the scene. She then restores the scene to its original state, erasing any signs that an investigation has taken place.
I had a hunch this area was being used as a lookout, and I was right. But that still leaves the question of where the goods are hidden. Any ideas?
Oh, we seem to be onto something. Raylan's operations are time sensitive, so if he needed to send a message, he would need to happen fast.
Spot on again, Traveler. Looks like you don't need anyone to hold your hand when it comes to deductive reasoning. Given a carrier pigeon's speed, the two locations should be close enough to deliver messages quickly. That means the base we're looking for should be within a certain radius. Ruling out areas within line of sight of the lighthouse, as well as places with a lot of foot traffic.
That just leaves the shallows to the north of Mount Mingyuan?
That certainly sounds plausible. You have the cover of the mountains, and the advantage of hiding right under the authorities' noses. Well, our next destination is decided then. Let's go.
Yes, let's. Alright. Turtles. I'll go there in a moment. I first need to bother a turtle. Hello, sir.
This one's got your name on it!
Don't worry, you're just fine. With a very kelpy tail, I've never noticed.
This one's got your name on it! Feeling lucky?
I do low-key find it absolutely hilarious that this area that was like, weird. A little off the beaten path, but that's okay. And would you look at that? Suddenly there's these nice little... It's just literally this area. I was just here.
And nothing out of the ordinary here, either.
If we've learned anything from the last place, it's the more normal it looks, the more it could be hiding.
That's right. No detail is too small to investigate. I believe in you. The evidence could be even more well hidden this time. All set?
I'm ready to
All right.
investigate.
I know you have an eye for detail, so use it to your advantage. You've got this.
Okay, so aside from the fallen tree and rocks, there should be absolutely nothing here. Which makes this incredibly suspicious. Or do you not find it suspicious? Or was it this area over here? Crate, crate. Really, this... Oh. I am blind as hell. I see those speedy prints. You know, from this far down, it is a bit harder to notice them. Yes, numerous footprints.
This must be it! The secret base where they stashed their goods! Definitely wasn't easy to find.
Well, well. Looks like you tracked it down in no time at all. I see your potential as a solo field agent, Traveler. Now, time to test out the key we found earlier. Let's see what surprises could be in store. This isn't their home turf, so I doubt they had time to set more traps. Should make our lives easier. I'll take it from here. The last thing we want is to leave traces behind in there. Caution is the name of the game. You two keep a lookout. Make sure no one barges in while I'm in there.
You got it! This is a first for us, but the Traveler can do anything. She's got your back!
I trust Yelan's timing.
Good point. Yelan doesn't make mistakes like that.
Yelan opens the door to the stronghold and observes the place. It appears to be an ordinary cellar. Due to construction difficulties, the top and side walls couldn't be completely sealed, causing water from the soil to seep into the space. Noticing this, Yelan covers her hands in a thin sheen of hydro. This means she can touch the items in the space without leaving traces behind. Because the water from her hands will evaporate, not vaporize. Vaporize over time. The water is going to freaking vaporize. Watch out. Finally, Yelan enters the stronghold and begins to examine the items sealed within.
All right, that's done. I've noted the features of all the porcelain items, vases, and teas stored here. We need to keep a lookout for these features at the auction and pinpoint the person attempting to purchase the corresponding goods. Then, we can let them lead us to our main target.
Wow, that was fast! You must do that all the time, huh?
So what's our next move?
Now, we wait. There are countless auctions in Fontaine. We can't possibly monitor them all. Besides, that would be a waste of personnel.
Right.
I'll continue to conduct surveillance in the area, keep tabs on the situation, and attempt to decipher their coded messages. Once his 2 lackeys move the goods, we can shift our focus to the upcoming auction. And then, we'll have somewhere to start.
Got it. All we can do now is wait. Wait, and then follow them straight to the guy behind this whole thing so we can give him the old 1-2 punch.
This whole time, Officer Edler has been leading her 2 stalkers on a wild goose chase around Chaoying Village. Once they decide it was all a waste of time, it's her turn to tail them instead. Not to mention our operation has already put them under extreme pressure. We've forced their hand. I doubt they'll last more than 2 days before making a move. So let's meet back up at Yilong Wharf in 2 days. Find me near the harbor.
I was gonna say, we have to move the rock back. Ah, yes. Kept a good eye on the place. No suspicious activity?
I really want to go travel.
Well, it's been 2 days. Let's go meet up with Yelan. Ooh! Paimon's getting excited! Searching for evidence, tracking down a crime boss. It's like being a real detective!
I have genuinely no idea if things like this lamp were here before, because they're just... It's just a perfect place for a lamp. But also, if you think about it for a second, why would there be a lamp out here? Hey. I love her weapon. It's a freaking axe. Yay, long.
Well done, you 2. Right on time.
Any
The
developments?
day after we infiltrated the storage facility, the Dark Financier's 2 lackeys, Corday and Dodamani, started moving the goods. See that ship? It's the one Dodamani dispatched to transport the goods. It operates under the guise of a joint passenger and freight vessel.
So something exceedingly normal.
Whoa! That's one huge boat! Paimon can see all the goods piled up on the pier. Seems like it's transporting quite a few passengers to Lumidus Harbor as well.
Wait, if those aren't the... What if those aren't the real goods, though?
Thinking 2 steps ahead? I like it. You're a fast learner. If Corday and Dodamani think the authorities are onto them, it's possible the goods they're sending to Lumidus Harbor are a whole bunch of nothing. Just bait to flush out the law enforcement on their tail. But we need to be careful. Several members of the crew have confessed that a veteran treasure hoarder known as Scamface is involved with the Dark Financier.
Scam face, okay.
As an escaped convict, Scamface is a master of staying hidden. Based on our earlier investigation, it's clear he's the one who's been doing reconnaissance on the Millilith's lighthouse. I'll circle the area to draw Scamface's attention away from the scene, while you 2 inspect the goods. Remember to keep a low profile.
Understood. I'll keep it stealthy.
Yeah! And Paimon will do her best to float closer to the ground. No higher than the traveler's shoulder.
All set?
Ready as I'll ever be.
All right. We'll meet back up here once you're done.
You arrive at the pier and begin your investigation. The suspicious ship is moored near the wharf. Once you've swept the area and captured all available evidence, you'll need to investigate the cargo on the pier. In order to successfully collect evidence, you need to line up the partial images from the files with a view through the imaging device until you get a perfect match. Mark looks like someone deliberately painted something here. Oh, that mark. What's wrong? Let's try to find the rest of these marks. I know some marks good. The marks being such kind of paint, which can only be identified via for forensic imaging devices. Easy to find all the marks. Starting with the first one we found. Meanwhile, without that, they're just goods. Interesting. And we found seemingly everything.
Okay, so no fakes. These people are definitely anxious to get their goods to Fontaine all in one go. But did you see the strange markings on some of them? Huh, wonder what they mean. Let's go ask Galen!
Good work. As for the auction, Officer Edler was able to gather some useful intel too. We're almost certain their target is the auction taking place at the Hotel de Boer in 2 days. The markings you managed to capture were applied with a special kind of paint. Almost impossible to notice without some kind of specialized tech, like the forensic imaging device. I think we're looking at a treasure hoarder insignia. Each big shot in the organization has their own, almost like a personal signature. And considering what we know about the case, I'd wager this is Scamface's handiwork.
So, he's labeling the goods, but why?
Based on the port manifest, it looks like the marked goods include fertilizer from Sumeru, local fireworks, soap, and perfume.
So, nothing special then? Just some farming products and everyday necessities?
Fertilizer, soap, and perfume. No, there's something going on there. Might be risky, but I'm gonna investigate on board, and hitch a ride to Fontaine while I'm at it.
Oh, we've made it this far. We'll come with you.
Yeah! Let's see this thing through! Paimon's gotta know what's going on here.
Well, you've proved yourselves so far, so I don't see a problem with that. Just know once we board the ship, we're bound to come face to face with Corday and Dodamani, so make sure you're prepared. The investigation might look a little different this time.
Excuse me, passengers. Due to limited space in the cargo hold, we've been forced to store some of the goods on the deck. We apologize for the inconvenience.
Ah, please, no need to apologize for your success in business. I just hope it rubs off on the rest of us.
It looks like all the goods marked with Scamface's insignia have Corday listed as the shipper. Dodamani is in the cargo hold, likely making sure all the goods are in place for delivery.
Are they inspecting something? Why are they rifling through the boxes? Paimon can't make sense of it.
Here, take this cipher. It should help you figure out their coded messages. This is the plan. While I distract Corday and Dodamani, you two investigate the goods marked with Scamface's insignia. We might learn something useful.
If I find something concerning, is it okay if I deal with it right then and there?
By all means. I trust your judgment.
All right.
Huh? Wait! You're just gonna go up and talk to those guys? Yelan!
I mean, if they think they can, if they think they're fooling Yelan.
Oh, excuse me, gentlemen, but have we met? You're Mr. Corday, a famous antique collector in the Quartier Lyonnais, correct? I believe the three of us have had the pleasure of meeting once before. At Jiuguan Tea House in Yilong Wharf, if I'm not mistaken.
Of course, her presence could also make them panic and slip up.
Huh? You...
Ah, the Dice Master of Yenshang Tea House. It's a pleasure, Miss Yelan.
Oh, so you've heard of me too?
Yes, I had an absolutely delectable cup of tea there once. One can hardly leave Yenshang Tea House without hearing about your legendary dice skills. I suppose something keeps bringing us together. A shared love of tea, perhaps?
Yes, that must be it. Well, looks like we ran into each other at the perfect time. I'm heading to Fontaine on vacation, you see. Any recommendations on where I should visit? Someplace I could find an exquisite tea set, perhaps. Like a fine art exhibition, or an auction. I hear Fontainian black tea has a unique flavor. I imagine your tea sets are a sight to behold as well.
You...
Ah, does this gentleman have an interest in tea sets as well?
Of course. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Yelan. I'm also heading to Fontaine for travel. Corday's invitation, you see. In fact, I'm the one who owns this ship.
Yep. Yelan is actually talking to them. Are we sure that's a good idea?
She's giving us an opening. Let's use it.
All right. Then let's go somewhere out of their line of sight so we can start investigating those boxes. What's with the strong smell coming from these boxes? Must be a bunch of stuff mixed together. And there's a strange note. But Paimon can't read what it says.
It's written in code. Luckily, we have the cipher.
Yelan really thinks of everything, huh? But, you know how to use this thing, right?
A formula may be mixing certain substances not very complicated, but the steps are rendered in great detail. By mixing the three main ingredients in the prescribed proportions and the specific order, the desensitization effects is significantly reduced, allowing small fireworks to function as detonators. Install them in the location shown, then use a timer to control the explosion timing such that the ship's hull may be destroyed in open waters. Think they're good so they can't take part in the auction. After that, the investigation forces in both Fontaine and Leeway will focus their attention on me. Don't worry, the boss won't pay us out. Evacuate on your own, then pour your heart into acting out how grateful you are to have miraculously survived. Wait out the heat for 6 months, then move to finish this matter. All you need to do is bury 15 million mora. To bury the 15 million mora, the boss promised at the 7th century post. No need to contact me.
Well, what does it say?
If I'm right, they're planning to dispose of the goods by blowing up the ship.
Blowing up the ship? Are they nuts? Paimon thought this was about getting the authorities off their tails, not drawing even more attention.
Scamface needs to protect the person at top, so he's diverting attention to an even bigger problem and cutting off all our leads in the process.
Okay, Yelan was right. This guy is a complete lunatic. There are innocent people on this ship. We need to find and disarm those bombs as soon as possible.
Shh, pie. Not too loud. Act now. Paimon's distraction is holding us our chance, but we need to hurry. Find and dismantle wall. Okay, so there's an expected 5. Key objectives. Also watch out for scam face. Alright, that's 1 now taken care of. Is it in the middle or is it like up there? Oh, it's up there. Can we climb? I'd like to imagine that she's like, what the hell are they doing? Let's get rid of this. It's large, really so heavy, super dangerous. Dismantle that. Subconsciously, I am paying attention. All bombs dismantled.
Alright, that's all the bombs on the deck. What about the cargo hold? Do we have enough time?
Already taken care of. Good work, you two. You stayed calm and acted fast. That was the perfect response to a situation like this.
Yelan! Honestly, it's all thanks to you. It was your idea to board the ship, and we never would have been able to figure out that message without your cipher. Wait a sec. Where are Corday and Dodamani?
Recovering from the shock, I would imagine. Suddenly finding out that you're being targeted by a dangerous individual. That must have been quite the ordeal for you, gentlemen. Almost lost your cargo and your lives in one fell swoop.
Indeed. To think such evil exists in this world. I can scarcely imagine what I did to offend this fellow. Resorting to murder like this. It's quite unfathomable.
This dude is great. Meanwhile, this guy over here cannot keep a straight face. Also, hold on. I'll be right back.
Well, no need to fear. I'll alert the Maison Gardiennage at once and ask them to send agents to Lumiduce Harbor. The two of you are clearly in need of protection. Your cargo will also need to be handed over to the authorities for inspection, Mr. Corday, just to eliminate any remaining hazards. After which, the Maison Gardiennage will escort it all to its intended destination, of course. So, if I may, where are your goods heading, Mr. Corday?
To the Hotel de Boer for an auction in 2 days.
Ah, then rest assured. The Maison Gardiennage is full of diligent and responsible personnel. You can trust that your goods will arrive at the auction without a scratch.
Our sincerest thanks.
After some time, the ship safely docks at Limited Harbor. The mission goes on to safety inspection. In the meantime, no scar. Left the Corday and scam face. Left Corday and Dodamani. Germ. Go lay down, bud. Lay down. No. Go lay down. Go. They're like, worry not. We are here for your safety.
Oh, you scared the life out of Paimon, Yelan. Going right up to them like that?
It's not a question of if, Paimon. I'm sure they caught on. But in the interest of their own survival, they had no choice but to play along. Now we can be sure the Dark Financier is getting desperate. The stint on the ship? That was him trying to cut his losses to save his own skin. He needs to get rid of anything that could be traced back to him. So, you blow up the ship. You send the goods meant for the auction straight to the bottom of the sea, and let Scamface take the heat. The last thing he wanted was for the goods to make it to the auction. But now we've ensured that they will. So he has no choice but to follow through. He could choose not to send one of his agents to the auction, and let his goods go to an unsuspecting buyer instead. But remember, their worth is inflated. It would only be a matter of time before the buyer realized the valuation was off and reported it to the authorities. As the seller, Corday would be staring down a potential conviction. At best, the Dark Financier has to find a new kind of moral laundering scheme. At worst, he loses one of his last reliable agents in Fontaine.
And if he does decide to continue with the auction, that also works in our favor.
Exactly. Our trail of evidence remains intact, and we let the buyer at the auction lead us closer to the Dark Financier.
Okay, so, that means, could we go over this again?
Don't worry. I'm sure the Traveler will explain it again in Paimon-friendly language. We're in the home stretch, and taking advantage of this auction is crucial. So come prepared to see this through. Officer Edler already has an informant stationed at the scene. This invitation letter will get you into the auction.
Oh.
I'll meet you at the Hotel de Boer in 2 days.
A plain-looking envelope. Plain-looking envelope containing an invitation letter for an auction at the Hotel de Boer. The most critical showdown in the case of the Dark Financier begins with this very event.
All right.
Gosh darn it.
This is our chance to catch the culprit behind this whole scheme.
Hey. I missed the birdies. The birdies. The birdies. Bum 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 bum. Da, 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 da. And the big lug lays down finally. To the Hotel de Boer. Auction edition.
Good evening, patrons. Allow me to escort you to the auction.
Oh, Paimon's getting a little nervous. But we gotta keep it together. This is our best chance to catch these guys.
Paimon, our greatest liability. Please, be cool, Pai.
Wow! This place is packed. Is every rich person in Fontaine here or something?
And maybe some not from Fontaine. Who knows?
Oh, wait. The people we're after are hiding here too. It's time to get serious. Paimon knows just the thing.
Paimon.
What? It's not like we're rich like the rest of these people. We need a little something to blend in. Besides, if we're here as honest, hard-working detectives, we might as well look the part.
I want a pair of detective glasses too.
Too bad.
Aw.
Paimon doesn't have another. But she'll help you make one once this is all over. An even cooler pair.
Ah, yes. Checks out. Likely. Ah, she was calling Elon. Maybe.
Well, you two seem raring to go. Good to see you're not nervous. But remember, the key to blending into an event like this is remaining calm and collected. Slow your breathing, tone down the emotion. We don't want to stand out.
Yelan? It is you, right? It must be you.
Of course it's Yelan. Who else would it be? I don't think we're the ones who need to worry about keeping a low profile. Next to the most dazzling lady in the room will be invisible.
Well, I am the current owner of the Genshin Tea House after all, as well as an honored guest at this auction. So, I thought something with more of a Fontainian flair might be nice. A special outfit for a special occasion. Why? Does it look bad?
No, not at all.
It's perfect.
All right. Well, let the vacation begin. We have an auction to crash. You two are expert investigators at this point. With us working together, I'd say our chances of success are stacked higher than the cake towers in the Hotel de Boer.
We sure make a great team. But now that we're at the auction, what's our actual game plan?
This time your mission is simple. Take this dossier and pay attention to the items being auctioned. When the Dark Financier's antiques are up, all you need to do is bid. We want to drive up the price and create a bidding frenzy.
Wait, so we get to actually take part in the auction?
Can we bid however much we want?
Thoughtless bidding usually leads to a warning, or even disqualification. But the special account you two will be using during the bidding has no credit limit. So you can drive up the price as high as you want. The more chaos we create, the better. The Dark Financier knows we're on his tail, so I highly doubt he sent one of his trusted agents here. The buyer's likely someone disposable, a scapegoat of sorts. After the incident with the ship, several buyers registered for the auction at the last minute. They're all wearing special pins, signifying them as tea aficionados. Our target should be among them.
Or who knows, they might all be.
And I'm sure he's terrified. Because if a different buyer develops an interest in one of their inflated goods and wins the bid, it's game over for both Corday and the Dark Financier. Not to mention the buyer has limited funds at his disposal. The Dark Financier likes to work in small sums at a time, so his scapegoat can't go too overboard with the bidding.
Got it. We need to put pressure on them. The more desperate they get, the better.
Okay, so complicated stuff aside, the point is, they have a plan, and our goal is to mess it up. If Paimon was in their shoes, that would make her pretty nervous too.
There's seating reserved for special guests on the second floor. I'll be up there during the bidding to keep an eye on things. And to see if anyone starts to squirm. One thing going wrong might not be enough to slip him up, but target him again and again, and trust me, he'll feel the heat. Once the auction is over, we'll find somewhere secluded to corner the buyer and have a nice little chat.
Sounds like a plan. We won't let you down.
Yeah! We're on a winning streak, and we're not about to let up.
Oh. Also, this is an amazing outfit. I love it. And there's our dear traveler in Paimon. The time is right. I should start investigating. He's been warned by several buyers. He signed up for the auction. He must be among them, so it's important to track down all the buyers wearing this badge. 15 million Mora? $18. No? But there's nothing too special about her outfit or demeanor. Collector with a low brooding profile side who's appeared several times at important auctions. Although they haven't been attending auctions as frequently as before, their bids are always focused on the most precious of pieces. Well, lavishly dressed lady. Based on the intel, she's a well-known figure within Fontaine's fashion world, a regular at fashion exhibitions and events, and an avid collector of unique accessories and trinkets. Record shows that she has participated in such auctions multiple times before. Consistency, high. I do like that they have one without his hat, without hat. Regular commentator for publications like a seamer. This affluent connoisseur with a refined artistic taste is a fixture in the auction house scene. However, their unusual appearance at this particular auction raises some questions. Probably, really?
He's acting strange, and there's something off with his attire. No mistake, that's our guy. His tea aficionado pin is a special color. Most likely to make it easier for Corday to keep tabs on him and the situation as a whole.
Didn't even notice.
Which means the two don't know each other well at all. That's something we can use to our advantage.
Once the auction is over, you meet up outside the Hotel de Boer. Officer Eller arrives with your new double agent in tow. After checking the list of auction participants, you're able to confirm his identity. He turns out to be an ordinary clerk who ran into some financial trouble. Perhaps desperation was what drove him to take such a risk. In the brief discussion, you settle on a bold and daring plan.
Wow, I can't believe I won the bid for this antique painted vase. Should be a wonderful addition to my home decor.
Did you see those tea sets from Chenyu Vale? People were bidding on them left and right. My goodness, those final numbers. Far too high for my pocketbook.
This was not how it was meant to go. Where did those two come from?
Whatever your employer is offering you, the Maison Gardiennage will double it.
You! I don't know what you're talking about.
His pants and shoes are very filthy.
Is that so? Well, you might be interested to know that this hitman over here is also on a need-to-know basis. If the person wearing the blue pin loses their bid, find somewhere secluded and eliminate them. All he can do is follow orders, I suppose.
Eliminate?
You lucked out, kid. Getting cornered by the law just saved your life.
No, this can't be happening. The boss said that even if I got sent to the Fortress of Meropide, all I had to do was keep my mouth shut and he would find a way to get me out. And he even paid me $3 million in advance. On that alone, I could get my wife the best medicine, help her hang on for a few more years. But then, one auction goes wrong. Just one. And what? He's afraid I'm gonna talk? So now I'm just collateral damage?
You're risking your life to do this guy's dirty work and pad his pockets with even more cash. Compared to what he's making, what you get in return are nothing but the scraps.
I've got at least 70 people just like you locked up in the Maison Gardiennage. Need them to tell you where this ends?
No need. I'm guessing you're offering me a way out. What do you need me to do, officer?
I'll be back. Just backyard neighbors having fun. And our dog and the dogs want to talk to them.
All you need to do is arrange a meeting with your boss and have a little chat.
My boss, he's extremely careful about that kind of thing. I've only met him 3 times, to pick up the advance, to go over the plan, and to get the funds for the auction. The best I can do is take you to the place I'm supposed to deliver the goods. There's a certain method I can use to get in contact with him in case of emergencies.
All right then. But first, we need to search your home for evidence related to the case.
Phew! Mission accomplished. You managed to get through to him so fast, Yelan. Paimon almost couldn't believe it.
Well, he was already nervous and uncertain. All it took was a sincere negotiation. Once I laid his interests out on the table, it didn't take much for him to realize he stands to gain more with us than his boss. Plus, we had some very convincing performances to help seal the deal. Especially you, officer. You make an excellent hitman.
Well, it's been a while since I've gotten to tap into a girl like that. Thought I could have pushed it a little more, honestly.
Oh my god, he's so squeaky!
Are you kidding? Paimon felt like she was face to face with one of our bad guys of the week.
If you need a side hustle, you could always become a part-time actor.
Well, what's next, Yelan? Want me to go after Corday or Dodamani?
The Sumeru authorities have Dodamani covered. They're just waiting on our signal, and they'll nab him once he makes it back to Beta Harbor. The Millilith are pursuing Scamface, so that just leaves Corday. Tail him, but be sure to keep your distance. We don't want him to tip anyone off.
You got it. I love it when a plan comes together like this.
God damn.
All right then. We'll reconvene 12 hours from now, when our new double agent will lead us into the lion's den. It's time for the dark financier to face the music.
Okay. Everything is going to plan. What is the plan? I'm sure we'll figure this out. Ah, yes, I'm not but a fox. I am not but a foxglove. Wait till tomorrow and some specific time. To tomorrow, and I just want to find. Off we go into the great unknown. Off we go.
I've faced many opponents in my duels. Most of them I defeated. The rest surrendered. No, I have never lost a duel.
All right, this is where the boss told me to bring the goods. This area is full of apartments and warehouses for rent. The Maison Gardiennage came through not too long ago to keep trouble off the streets. I guess boss thinks it's safer to operate right under their noses. Now, to arrange an emergency meeting, we need to activate a series of mechanisms to send him a signal. But to tell you the truth, I have no idea how to activate them. The only hint boss gave was that the code had something to do with colors. Maybe he was planning to give me more information after the auction, but that plan fell through, obviously.
Paimon was hoping it would be smooth sailing at this point. But no, of course. There's yet another obstacle. Well, after all the investigating it took us to get this far, figuring out what to do with these mechanisms should be a piece of cake.
Puzzles are our speciality.
If all goes to plan, this should be the last phase of the investigation. It's a shame, I know. But all good things must come to an end.
No time to waste.
All right, then let's see those detective skills in action.
Begin your investigation. Message to escape over the dark financier. The only hint being that the code has something to do with colors. Comparing the image of the currency to the area should give you enough to lure the enemy into a trap. Red, purple, technically purple, but I imagine blue. But there's 4, so let's see what's different. Well, for one. Fish here. Oh, it wasn't there before.
All right, the mechanisms have been activated. Now, all we have to do is wait for our target to take the bait.
You know what? For some strange reason, Paimon's not nervous at all.
Well,
My dear Monsieur Diderot, here to make excuses for your complete failure at the auction? Or to fish for a bigger cut? Accidents happen, of course. What I care about is whether you have the spine to deal with the consequences.
Absolutely amazing beard. I will die on the hill that Varka should have had a beard.
So you do believe in consequences. Seems a bit ironic, coming from the likes of you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh? A trap, I presume. I've set a fair share of those
He's
myself.
skedaddling.
I suppose it's about time I stumbled into one set by someone else. No matter. Sometimes you take a chance on someone who turns out to be
Oh, damn.
a disappointment. It's happened before.
His hands seem a bit, wrongly sized. Jesus.
It's not easy to earn the dark financier Rovere Pelliccia's respect, but I must say, you three detectives are a force to be reckoned with. 6 months of planning and down a moral laundering organization, decades in the making. I have to hand 6 months of planning and execution was all it took to take down a moral laundering organization, decades in the making. I have to hand it to the Fontaine and Liyue authorities. Your operation really has been a roaring success.
Why is the Dark Financier so polite? Not the kind of crime boss Paimon was expecting.
Better come quietly.
Oh, do be serious. You thought you'd corner me, and then what? I just surrender?
If you want to do this the easy way, then yes. You know you're out of options.
For 2 months, I've watched you and Officer Edler dismantle my organization piece by piece. As you cut off my limbs, gouged out my eyes, deafened my ears.
Dramatic
I was
bastard.
helpless to stop it.
So you're planning on taking us down with you, is that it? Never heard that one before.
My livelihood is in tatters, Agent Yelan. Hundreds I had working under me, hundreds. And now, they're either locked up or useless. Corday is the only one who still has some value.
Not for long.
My moral laundering days are over. We both know that. And considering how your operation's been progressing, it was only a matter of time before you locked on to me. I'm usually one to quit while I'm ahead, but you see, there's only so much a man can lose before he starts to get rather angry. So, Agent Yelan, even if the only score I get to settle here today is ending your precious life, well, that's a high I'll ride straight to the bank.
Clockwork Mecha! Paimon takes back what she said! This isn't very polite at all!
An old military model. Bet these go for big bucks on the black market. You two have been a huge help, but this fight is mine. 'Cause as it so happens, he isn't the only one who has a score to settle here. If he wants to bring on the drama, then I'm more than happy to give him a show.
Go Yelan. Ah, yes. They're like, how? They already took immediately. Oh.
Gotcha! No! Game's up. Fun's over.
They already took immediate half damage.
Busted. Here comes the catch.
Unbelievable. You've bested me fair and square.
Go Yelan.
Any last words? Perhaps a bit too dramatic, isn't it? I'd rather not give a soapbox to a piece of scum like you. No, I think I'll say my piece instead.
Yelan is just such a delight.
You can pretend to have seen the error of your ways, but it doesn't matter, because you're going to rot in prison for the rest of your life. And every moment of every day you'll be cursing the greed that put you there. Every coin of dirty money that you've pocketed over the years is just another nail in your coffin. And all you'll be able to do is curl up in the corner of your cell like a dying animal and waste away whatever remains of your pathetic life.
You're not a detective, no. You're some kind of demon.
If you knew what's good for you, you'd have walked away from this fight. But it's too late for that now.
A bonk hammer. Bonk baton.
After 6 months of hard work, I finally get to tick off the mission accomplished box at the end of the case file. Take this guy back to the court of Fontaine to stand trial. Don't let him try anything. With any luck, we'll get to send him off to prison before the day is out. Oh, Miss Yelan, Traveler, Paimon. As a personal thanks for all your help, you deserve half of the bonus I'm getting for this case. I will also request that the Maison Gardiennage extend our utmost thanks to our partners in Liyue.
I appreciate the sentiment, Officer Edler, but that's too kind. I was just doing my job. I can't, in good conscience, accept even a single Mora. I'll have to pass up any invitations for banquets or tea tastings as well. If you want to reward someone for going above and beyond during this operation, it should be the Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, wasn't anything special.
Wow. Paimon's had her detective cap on for so long, analyzing all those clues and trying to uncover their schemes, that her brain hurts. But at the same time, she feels smarter than before.
Paimon's brain is growing.
Maybe Paimon really does have what it takes to be a real detective.
Well, if you're interested in this line of work, we're heading to the Maison Gardiennage to get a confession out of these guys. Did you want to tag along?
You really mean it? Yes! 100% yes! Oh, is that okay, Traveler? Paimon's gonna go with Officer Edler and learn some cool new detective skills! Who knows? Maybe they'll come in handy someday.
Who better to watch over you than a police officer? Go ahead, have fun.
All right! Then let's rendezvous outside the Palais Memonia!
Well, both our lives can get back to normal now, Traveler. After talking about it for so long, I finally have the chance to enjoy a real vacation. Mind humoring me for a bit, Traveler?
No problem at all. I'd be delighted. It's honored, but more delighted. Yeah, it's a lighter blue. Aw, man, I was hoping there'd be no Paimon. Not like forever, but just, you know. Nope. This is more of a teleport moment. I mean, since we're here...
Thank you for
care of that. And then I forgot to check how long. I don't think I've ever seen this window illuminated. This is such a tiny room. A door that. Ugh. How have I somehow never noticed this guy? I have lost track of this guy.
What a nice night.
It is good. It is lovely.
Fresh from maritime flowers, fragrant perfume from the shop on the corner, the rich aroma of coffee beans, all blended together in the night breeze. Makes for quite the relaxing atmosphere. If only we were on a rooftop terrace somewhere, enjoying a few glasses of sparkling wine and getting pleasantly tipsy.
Well, you're on vacation now. Why not?
All right, then let's look for a place to stop. I wonder what special drinks the hidden taverns of this city offer. Oh, but first, I wanted to head to the Confrérie of Cabriere before it closes. Mind helping me pick out some perfume to go with this outfit?
No problem.
I also heard about the intricate timepieces, clockwork furnishings, and fine jewelry you can get around here. There should be quite a few souvenirs worth perusing.
Alright, I'm down for a shopping spree.
Well, with the most cultured traveler in all of Teyvat by my side, I should take advantage of this opportunity. I'm counting on you not to steer me wrong.
Aww. Of course.
I'm satisfied. This has been a nice trip abroad. A very nice trip indeed. I wish I could take my time, maybe extend my stay a few more days. No one likes to be rushed on vacation.
Wait. Why does it sound like you're about to get back to work?
It can't be helped. Duty calls. I still have to write up a formal report on the case and develop a more sophisticated cargo inspection system. Then I'm off to the location of my next assignment. Nodcry.
Oh? Sir Paimon and I are heading next too.
No, nothing like that. Just meeting an intelligence partner to decide on a mutually beneficial agreement going forward, and to set some boundaries. I'll fill you in later. For now, why don't we take a picture together to commemorate this exciting trip to Fontaine?
And the success of her. And you taking me under your wing.
That's right. After this, I know I can trust you to have my back, Traveler. Or should I say, Agent.
Aww.
I say we put the forensic imaging device to use one last time to take this picture. Perhaps we'll cross paths in Notcry. If so, I hope this collaboration was just the first of many.
Oh. Aww. Perhaps we'll cross paths and not cry. So I hope this collaboration was just the first of many. Strange. dying to get more of these. They really are quite nice. You have so many little mementos from here, there, everywhere. Oh! Natlan. Sure. Communicating stuff, and I'm sure the Wyatt can see things my way. Is there a language barrier of sorts? Communicating the language of one more time. Yeah, it has one character called Mellow and Lively. It isn't tours, just talk with the organizer. I'm sure they have a fateful time. And one Yelon outfit. Very Fontaine inspired. Anywho, that, my darlings. I'd say that things are solidly completed. Until next time. Yes. I'm sure they'll be well taken care I'm sure they'll be well taken care of. Can't wait to see you on. Can't wait for Nodcry. What is next? Like, I know there's this, but it definitely gives an air of comes after this. Either way, I'll catch you next time, darlings. Bye.
Huh.